was very much the head of the family, bucking the social and expected norms. She instilled kindness, loyalty and independence into her grandchildren. I understand how important education is because I know the struggles my loved ones went through without it. I know I'd be a completely different person if I lived in an environment where girls and their learning were not valued, and my entire existence would be altered. Now, when I was 10, I proudly told my family that I was going to be the Prime Minister of Australia. Perhaps somewhat amused, my family encouraged me with this wish. What I was striving for, at the time, was to be the first ever female PM. Now, obviously, another individual has managed to claim that title, and that's great, even if I'm still secretly envious. Importantly, I was never told no. I had a dream, and I was going to pursue it with everything that I had. That's the essence of childhood. It's a time for imagination and learning, not marriage and childbirth. Growing up, we should all have the ability to dream. We should all be allowed to hope, and most importantly, we should all be able to succeed, right? Not just boys and not just girls, but boys, girls, women and men, to turn dreams into a reality and achieve, self-actualize and create a future for ourselves. Now, any particular barrier that I've had to overcome is nothing compared to the 1 in 3 girls globally who is denied an education through poverty, discrimination and violence. That's 75 million girls out of school. Every day, young girls such as Lamana from the video are taken out of school, forced into marriage and subjected to violence. Would a 10-year-old girl in Africa know why her brothers wake up early, put on a uniform and go to school and she doesn't? Would her mother and father tell her, or would she have to guess? Would she look down and wonder to herself, why am I different? What's wrong with me? Now, when I mentioned on Facebook that I was going to be speaking at this event, of course, among all the supportive friends was this one guy who Albert jokingly said, "Is there an International Day of the Man as well? Otherwise it seems a bit sexist." Haha. I understood where it was coming from, when the imbalance goes the other way and boys and men are unjustly excluded because of their gender. Yet, the purpose of days like today, celebrations of girls, is not about resenting or overtaking boys and men, but it's about being on the same level and treated equally. I have 3 key figures that I'd like to share with you that really show how life-changing an education can be. Number 1, when mothers can read, their child is 50% more likely to survive past the age of 5. HIV/AIDS rates are halved among women who complete primary education. Girls with secondary schooling are up to 6 times less likely to marry as children, making education one of the best strategies for protecting girls from child marriage. Now, we are so lucky to live in a great country like Australia, but at the same time we cannot be complacent. We have to use our freedoms and our privileges to see what support we can give to those less equipped to deal with these challenges. The United Nations really has the power and the responsibility to prevent girls from being forgotten. If we all work together, we can ensure millions more girls get the education they're entitled to. Now, personally, my education is allowing me to reach and achieve my goals. I don't know where or what I'm going to be doing in 1 year, let alone 5, 10 or 20. But what I do know is because of my studies, I have the freedom and the confidence to make a difference in this world. Education opens doors and it has the key to unlock the potential inside everyone. The question you need to ask yourselves is, do you believe every girl has the right to an education? Anne Frank once wrote, "How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world." Exactly. That time is now. Today we can make a lasting difference to girls' lives and create a legacy of change. If you share the same passion as me, as planned, that girls around the world do deserve an education and the right to live an equal, fulfilled life, then raise your hand. Raise your hand to call on the United Nations to take action for girls of the world. Raise your hand.